Half the year is over and there is absolutely nothing you can do about it.
All right, so we are going to go over today the market statistics for the first and the second quarter of this great year of 2023. Doing a monthly was just a lot, and I'm sure it was even harder for you guys to keep up with. So what we're gonna start doing is, after going through these first two quarters, we're gonna do the halftime report. We're gonna do a quarterly market report. This way you can kind of have more of a bird's eye overview of the trends throughout the market. Unless you're one of those people that have been writing down every stat every month and calculating the quarterly report on your own, we're gonna try and make it just a step easier for you.
And if you don't know who we are, or you don't know what channel you landed on, you've made it to the Living in New Smyrna Beach real estate channel. My name is Chris Shores. This is Tim Loomis. We're business partners. We own White Whale Real Estate. And if you're wanting to stay up to date on the latest news, trends, and just fun things that are happening in the New Smyrna Beach and greater surrounding area, please remember to like, subscribe, follow to make sure you get the news first. And we are always getting calls, texts, and emails from people just like you that are trying to make it to the New Smyrna area, whether it be New Smyrna itself, Daytona, Port Orange, Edgewater, East Coast of Florida. Give us a call and we're happy to help you out however we can.
All right, so kicking it off with the first quarter of 2023, the average sales price across the 3 months, January, February, March, was $416,590. So pretty good sales values for properties in the New Smyrna Beach MLS area. And then on top of that, the average days on market was 62.7 days. So last month, it was about 50 to 55 days. So depending on what the second quarter stats are, it has slowed down just a little bit. So 62.7 for the average days, 416,590 for the average sales price. And then if you're wondering about this view behind me, we're sitting here in Edgewater, Florida, on this beautiful 160 by 125 lot that we're gonna be putting on the market. It's really nice and quiet. You have some beautiful, large, matured oak trees on here as well. But it's really a great location. You don't have anything to look at across the streets, no neighbors with their boats or whatever hanging out in the front yard, and you have all this space here. So whether you're looking to build your gigantic house here that's only a few minutes from boat ramps, or if you're a developer that's looking to split off 280 by 125 lots and build 2 properties for sale, this location would work great for you. Make sure you reach out to us for pricing details. It'll be going on the market tomorrow, but call us first and we'll be happy to help you. $87,764,600 was the average amount of value in properties sold each month for the first quarter of 2023. So January, February, March, all being different levels. The average of that is just over that $87 million total. Now, new listings on average per month, there was about 331 for the first quarter of 2023. So quite a few listings coming to market. As Chris and I said in our last video, you can look at that at the end of this video. We talk about how the supply and demand has kind of balanced out. The market's still going good. We're still getting listings, but that inventory and demand is still about the same. The average list to sale price ratio for the first quarter was 95.53%. So sellers still getting almost exactly what they're asking for their properties. A little bit less than 100% like we saw, last year for many months and months in a row, but for the first quarter, 95.53%.
All right, so we are still in the beautiful city of Edgewater, Florida, and we are at what is known at Whistle Stop Park. This has had a complete remodel, redo, tune up at the garage, if you will, over the past couple years. You've got a splash park, basketball courts, tennis courts, racquetball, skate park, and pretty much everything you could ever imagine wanting to do to keep yourself entertained is here. So when you're in Edgewater, make sure you come check it out. But moving on to the theme of our video, quarter two. So quarter two, the average close price was $449,785, and the average days on market in quarter two was 59 days, which again is lining up to what Tim just talked about in quarter one, and with what happened last month on a really micro level of about 55 to 60 days. So for our first half of the year, we are staying pretty even within that 55 to 60 days on a market. All right, and I did forget to mention at Whistle Stop Park, you do have walking trails and workout stations. If you're bored when you come here, it's your fault, so put on your happy pants and have a good time. Quarter two, we have a whopping $110,766,287 in total sales volume. Really big jump up from the quarter one, and I think a lot of that significance has to do with us having a really slow January start in the New Smyrna MLS. But like a big locomotive train, we have been picking up speed throughout the second half of the year, and we're continuing to do so at a steady rate, which is always good. And the number of new listings on average for quarter two is 320. All right, so quarter one, quarter two, we're halfway through the year right now. First month of quarter three, we've got, what?
It's July 7th?
July 7th, yep, so the first week of quarter three. We have 521 active properties on the New Smyrna Beach MLS, which puts us at about 2.5 months of inventory, which is in a line with what quarter one and quarter two have been doing. So we're not seeing any big swings either way. What are your thoughts, Bob?
My thoughts, Jim, are that people are finally okay with the fact that interest rates are not 2% anymore. I think that you got to look at when the best time is to buy for you, not necessarily try to speculate on the market. You can do that if you'd like, but when it comes to your primary residence, at least, you got to buy and sell when it's best for you and your family, or your business for a matter. If you're, got to sell, you're upsizing or downsizing for that matter. But overall, things are still selling and moving. If you are considering buying, there's a couple things that you want to consider. If you haven't seen our video already from last week, click the link up here. We go over in detail just our feel for the market and some of the things that you should consider.
Yep, so great points across the board on. I think the biggest thing is just looking at your personal situation and whether it is a good time for you personally, for your personal property to buy or sell. I think the biggest thing is people are just getting used to what the market is right now. So, you're not having your big highs or lows. It is what it is, and people are moving forward with their lives. So again, want to really hit on the key fact that this data is from the New Smyrna Beach MLS. We're not covering the nation, Florida, only New Smyrna Beach, our little small corner of the world. So please keep that in mind when you're watching this video. We're only going to be doing quarterly market reports from now on. If you'd like any more detailed information or information sooner than the next quarter comes, please let us know, leave it in the comments, and we'll be happy to get it to you before then. And until then, next week, we look forward to seeing you guys.